Okay, so we have to establish what X is. So X is going to be our time in hours. And they're saying, let me get the problem. They're saying that you are biking at a speed of 18 miles per hour. And you're 3 hours behind, or 3 miles behind your friend who's biking at 12x. So this is you, and this is your friend.
Okay.
So the first thing you do is you establish what your X is, and it's time in hours, right? Then you're going to put the quantity in what times X? 18 miles per hour. Then you're 3 miles behind, so you have to subtract 3, and then 12x. Okay, so that's the equation. We have 18x minus 3 equals 12x. Now we have to get this over here, right? So we subtract 18x and we subtract 18x. What's left on this side is negative 3. What's left on this side is negative 6x. To get this away from the x, you divide by 6. Anything you do to one side, you do to the other. When you're dividing, two negatives make a positive. And then this simplified is 1/2, which means half an hour. So you will catch up to each other in a half an hour. Okay, number 17. 2 scientists are measuring lava temperatures. We have scientist number 1 and scientist number 2. So scientist number 1 records a temperature of 1725 degrees Fahrenheit, and scientist 2, 950 degrees Celsius. So because this is Fahrenheit and this is Celsius, they're saying make this into Celsius so that you can compare. That is not how you spell Celsius. I think it's an S. So that you're measuring Celsius to Celsius. Does that make sense to you?
Yeah.
Okay. So they give you a formula. It says use C equals 5/9 times F minus 32. So because they gave you F right here, you're going to plug it into the formula. All right. Then you take your calculator and you do 1725 minus 32. And you get 5/9 times 1693. Now you take 1693, you multiply it by 5, and then you divide it by 9, right? And you get 940 and then a repeating decimal. So I'm just going to round it off to 940.56 degrees Celsius. So the next step is to compare scientist 1, which is now 940.56 degrees Celsius, to scientist 2, 950 degrees Celsius. Which one is bigger?
950 degrees Celsius.
Yeah. And then I will set this next problem up for you. So we have a profit of $24 that you do. You're paid $8 per hour, and you paid $40 in gas. So you're going to do 24 is your profit, so you put it on one side of the equation, and then 8x, because x is your hourly rate of pay per hour. So you're going to do 8x because you make $8 times, this is just an hour, right? And then you paid $40 for gas, so you have to do minus $40, and then you solve this equation, and that'll give you x.
Got it.